One of the things that I really found so charming about this movie is this really great dynamic and chemistry between the president's daughter and Snow, yourself, and Guy Pearce. Talk a little bit about working with Guy and that chemistry you guys were able to bring on screen.
Yeah, that was what first drew me to the script. I mean, it's just unabashedly funny. You know, it's sci-fi, it's action, but I think above all, it's a fun movie, and especially this repartee between Snow and Emily and their kind of sexually charged, combative little deal there. I really enjoyed that, and very fun to shoot. I mean, so lucky to have Guy Pearce. He couldn't be drier.
There's been this emergence of this subgenre over the past couple of decades of the confined space action movie, whether it's Die Hard or Under Siege or Passenger 57, and now we're in space. What is it, do you think, about that kind of genre of action film, this confined space action film, that appeals to audiences so much that, like Lockout, will?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's really easier to reel in the tension, you know, in that kind of confined space. There's a claustrophobic sense, but you have to occasionally give the audience a break and cut to shots of space, or, you know, it's pretty intense to shoot as well, just being, it felt like being underground. You know, we were in Serbia for quite a few months, and long days and 60 weeks and the full thing, so, you know, it's just, I was lucky to be around, you know, Guy Pearce, amazing sense of humor, wildly intelligent dude, and then, like, our directors are Irish lads with good Irish senses of humor, so there were a lot of dirty jokes being passed around past the time.
I was talking to a guy, and one of the things I mentioned, I said, let's face it, I mean, the best action films are from the 80s. And one of the things that hooked me in right away watching this movie was I just felt this 80s...
Totally.
80s action just
I'm
ooze
glad you
off
noticed
of
that. That was definitely intentional. We have more of a throwback retro kind of feel. There is an 80s sense. I mean, you know, the poster's pretty upfront about that, you know. There's an 80s sensibility that we embraced. It was fun.
I had a friend of mine show up at the theater with me yesterday to watch a film, and he said, look, I haven't seen any trailers yet, but I just read the synopsis. It's a prison breakout movie in space with a character named Snow. I'm sold. And it just kind of went from there. So let me
You had me at prison in space.
Yes, exactly.
Stop.
So let me get you to put on your salesman hat just for a second. Why are AMC movie audiences going to love Lockout?
I think it's the humor. I really do. When I read the script, that's what I fell in love with. It's an action movie, and it's unrelenting in pace and definitely crazy, but it's funny along the way. You know, it doesn't take itself too seriously. It's a fun night out.
Well, listen, congratulations on the film. We cannot wait to have it on AMC screens.
Aw, thank you.
Thanks again.